We're getting rid of Jango, I'm afraid. We didn't film it because, well, we had a bit of a disaster really. Look at the shit rig though. This is what rigs we used to have. We're going to build a bit of a system in winter. He wants to buy one, but I want to build one. Of gates, what clip together and make it a lot safer. But we've got him loaded up. But Jake, who's spreading slurry, it's his fault. And he's told me that it is for sale. So when we take it out, we'll show you. We'll give him a... They're nasty, aren't they? Nope. Bloody donkey. Sort these two out. He's back home and he's for sale, so if you're interested, give us a nod and I'll put you in touch with Jake. Well, the two are fair things, but they're flighty. Are they? Right, he's back home. Friday night, knocking off time. Last load of straw in this morning. Every bit of straw's lead now. Jake's just come through with his last load of slurry for the back end season. There's talk, spoke to the pig company today, and there's talk of a load of pigs going next week. Christ, they're drinking some water at the moment. They start wasting it. They aren't so bad with these drinkers, but if they're on them channel drinkers, they waste a hell of a lot of water. But they like to get a clear area, a wet area near their drinkers, so they can sort of bathe on concrete. But we're using 50% bedding, sawdust, or wood chip sawdust, whatever you want to call it. It's sort of ground up pallets, is that? And straw, and I don't think we've got a shortage of straw, but we won't have a lot spare to sell. But we always sell it to our usual Andy Bearham, our straw dealer. Always, you know, whatever, he gets first dibs at anything we have spare. Yeah, they're good pigs. We've had a few ailments. We had a bit of tail biting when they first came in, and a little bit of cough, like a pneumonia in that pen, but that's sorted itself out now. And yeah, job's good. Put some straw in tomorrow. These passages, we're still going to keep it separate. The muck out of these passages is mainly sawdust, and they've trained themselves actually to shit in this area. And we just keep putting a bit of fresh sawdust in, and it's like a litter it is, and we'll put that on grasses next year. We've got a separate pile for that muck rather than the strawy stuff, so because you can put it in between crops, you see, without worrying about baling it in your next crop if you've got lumps. They've been quite a content lot though. There haven't been a lot of aggression between each other. They haven't been like killing each other, which they can. But yeah, it's soon comes round another batch of pigs. seem very content, don't they? It's a right back end site, innit, when geese are coming in onto your stubbles. We're just working a bit of land up before Phil gets here and he can take over. There's a little 10-acre block of grass at the other side of the beck we might clear up today, just to get job out of the way. And then it's bank holiday weekend. I don't think we're doing now, so well, we are doing now Sunday and Monday, so a couple of days off. I have noticed the wings on this thing are absolutely shot, so I'm going to give it till 8 o'clock and then I'm going to go up to the yard and change the wings, because, well, they're doing a job but not the best of jobs. Seagulls are enjoying it, aren't they? Our soils in the Vale of York are very varied, where they are on our farm anyway. There's another batch of geese coming in there, look. Whether they're just coming in to feed or whether they're turning up, I think they're grey lag. Whether they've turned up from where they emigrated to and they're overwintering in Great Britain, we don't know. Enlighten me. But yeah, the varied soils, we've got some gravel at yon end, some real fertile gravel. Then we've got big clear bed, and now we're into real blowy light sand now. It's very, very, you don't know which machine to pick for best. This is the beauty of this old girl. Before I come out, I was watching BBC News, and Chris, it's infuriating what's happening in the world, isn't it? Well, the country, the world, wherever. And I watched a clip of a couple of lads with the Union Jack flags on their shoulders walking across a bridge, and a gang of Muslims attacked them. Well, that's going to end badly, innit? Let's hope there's still a few fighting blokes in this country. Yeah, fly Union Jack or your St George's Cross with pride, I'll tell you. I'm not racist at all, but do we need all these Muslim men coming in from wherever in the rubber dinghies? We don't. I mean, everyone knows. No one knows who they are or what they're coming for. Is there a plan? Is the plan to take over Great Britain? Because they're like fairly tough, rough-looking young men. What look like they've got the spirit to fight. Well, I went to a zoo the other day with grandkids, Doncaster Wildlife Park, and I'm walking around there thinking, half these blokes with their kids look lame, look absolutely lame nowadays. And I'm thinking, you know, if something kicked off, are these blokes willing to sort of stick up for standing are these blokes willing to stand up for king and country, or are they going to be out hid under the stairs? Yeah, I'll have to get these bloody chains. There's no on that one. Them two are totally knackered. What I'll do, I'll put 4 on, and then they're evenly matched. Them other twos will actually go back on in the future, but just inspecting our oilseed rape, and to be fair, it's coming very, very well. And I think there'll be another flush of bit thick there, but that's where Ollie's been turning round and it's been dropping a little bit of seed. Yeah, the flea beetle seemed to have buggered off. Tiny bit there, a little bit of slug damage, but I put a few slug pellets on other night, as you can see. While I was spraying it for the insecticide, I had the pellet. We've got a pelleter, Agricast, is it? No, not Agricast. Anyway, whatever it, made in Lincolnshire, the firm is. And I was just, as we're going along, putting a few pellets on. Oh, I'm very, very pleased actually. And I honestly think there's still fresh ones coming through and there's no damage on them. So I'll get another flush of rain. I'll get another rain and we'll get another flush of and there'll be a complete crop. See, that one's been hammered from the outside and the in. There's nothing really more I could do to the crop. Certainly had our money's worth out of that one. And you can see that, well, we've run it too long. That's been false economy, that. Because the wings haven't been doing nothing really. So it'll make a hell of a lot better job. And it's basically, to do 4 points, it's about with right tools, with big grinder to chop the whole nut off, and windy gun and everything ready. It's a 15-minute job to do points and wings. But the points are held on by roll pins and just pressure of the soil running that way. Our legs are starting to get thin now. We've rebuilt them a couple of times and they'll have to come in workshop this back end for another rebuild, because I dread to think how much there'd be a piece. We got all our wearing metal off a firm called Pan Anglia, and give them a go because they're very reasonably priced and their metal's very good. I'll put Paul, our rep's number, and give him a ring and he'll look after you. Yeah, Paul from Pan Anglia. Ooh, excitement. Our Sweaver Chem stuff's turned up. That's the bank of shut-offs for the back of the sprayer. There's a brain and then there's a box. I'll get that shifted. It turned up yesterday. I'll get that shifted into house out where it's safety, where Nicky the Rottweiler is. Bales aren't too thick on ground, but I don't know what else you could have done. It's sort of finished growing, so we're just sort of tidying it up really. Yeah, will be a long job wrapping them. And we've got this little this red kite looking for its tea. My windows are filthy and I've got an annoying squeak, and I think it's that gap on bonnet rubbing against the glass of the cab through the cab suspension, so that needs to be addressed because it's doing me head in. Going to be about 15 bales. That's a good. bit different to its first crop. We've got 12 bales off 9 acre, so nearly a waste of time. But anyway, but its first crop off 9 acre, we got 107 bales. It was an unbelievable crop, and yeah, this 1 year layers is it's a 2-cropper. You get a massive first cut, an half decent second cut, and then this third cut's a waste of time. And I ain't all blaming the weather. I mean, there'd have been a bit more if it'd been a normal drippy time, but yeah. But anyway, it's cleaned up in it. We can get it sorted for hopefully putting it in with wheat. Right, we'll get them wrapped and then afternoon over really. All fed up, Saturday night, off for a pint. Right, from a Rufford farm in East Yorkshire. Bye for now. And Nick's got a nice look on in her garden, hasn't she?